Don't know what I got my people, 9-5, yeah? I see something spicy just a minute ago, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. Yeah, you see this young spray and this tricky thing. Tricky came out swinging, you know, I'm not even gonna lie, brother. Yeah, I hear you, brother, you came out swinging with them comments there. This is what I'm saying to the man then, first and foremost, yeah. The man them in positions, yeah, where the young G's and certain youngers are looking towards you, man, innit? And looking up to you, man, for certain things. So man can't forget that, innit? Like all this little internet passer. Like man have to just cut it in the water now, innit? Before it gets serious. Do you understand what I'm saying? Cause a man shouldn't be mentioning no next man's name on podcast, really. A man shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake man made there. You get me? Cause this can avalanche things off. We know the thing, innit? We know the roads, innit? So man really made a mistake by mentioning man on that podcast and saying what you said. Brother, we need to learn, if you got feelings, keep the feelings to yourself, brother. You don't need to be expressing that for people to air, brother. This is the thing that get man in problems. 100%. That sort of attitude and that sort of mentality gets man in problems, brother. Man have to recognize that. Cause my man's come out swinging because of the comments, innit? So it's only right, innit, brother? You understand? But the man them have to cut that in the bud. Cause remember, you're still influential to certain people, regardless of what the man them think, innit? Yeah, so you gotta be mindful. And you're saying you change your life and you're on all of this. Well, then show us now. This is the real time for us to see that you man have changed your life and that you can say, you know what, left that in the past. We don't want to revive that. Just like what I was saying the other day, man, reviving these old beefs is only gonna end up in one place. Do you understand what I'm saying? So man made a mistake by mentioning the man's name on the podcast still. Man came out swinging. Best man just leave it at that, you know, because this thing can go left. Remember that, yeah? One person that's made reform, yeah, and made real change, that man's got a big up on this one. You see Jaja Soze, yeah? He's a real G that's made reform, you know, cause see a man like that, he's grown up the same way like man like me's grown up, innit? Within that Jamaican household and the same sort of pattern. When I hear him talk, I say, you know what? That's a similar sort of upbringing that the man them had. Most Caribbean man them, young G's, them times had that upbringing, you understand? But he's made real reform, you get me? Sitting down when I heard him on the Spray podcast and that, I'm like, you know what, brother? You've made a real change and I've been looking at your progress. So I actually know from back in the day when man growing up and whatever, and you get me, roads and roads, and man seeing your progress, brother. Yeah, and it's a real redemption and a real change around story. You understand that? You can always see it in a man's face and see it in a man's eyes if the thing's real or not. I told man, certain man still want to be bad out here, which is a problem. That's a major problem. At certain man's age, we can't be moving like we're bad no more. There's a level to certain things. There's levels to badness as well. Can't be like big man acting like kids on this bad little badness thing on kids level. You understand? The real change I see come from Jaja. So you can't fool the man them. You see the man them, you can't fool us. We can see what real, you get me, redemption and real like change around is, the turnaround, the real change for the community. We can see that. You can't fool us. You don't know.